Welcome back to the Elestriad Season 3. My name is Full Frontage. I will be bringing you guys the matchup today between the Wind Pantheon and the Frost Pantheon. If you guys have not backed the Kickstarter, make sure you do so using the link in the description below or scanning the QR code on screen for Elestrals Clash. This is going to be the TCG digital client for Elestrals, and you guys want to make sure you definitely get access. $10 gets you beta access, $99 gets you a booster box at a discounted price, and much more rewards. So make sure you check out the Kickstarter link in the description below to back Elestrals Clash. This is going to be a fantastic matchup today, so we're going to be hearing from the casters themselves. Let's hear what Kay is going to be bringing for the Wind Pantheon.
Hello, it's your girl Kaylin here, and I am back for the Elestriad Season 3, and this time I am not actually, despite being Demeter, I'm not doing Earth. We are on Wind. We are here hanging out with my good buddy, good pal, Aeolus. We've got some funky stuff today. I'm playing against TheTekloFoundry, who, from everything that I have seen, seems to be a wild player. I mean, doing well in tournaments, experience, etc. So I'm quite nervous. He is on Frost, and specifically the Frost that we think he might be on, because I think maybe it's the best Frost, is the Rhinosex stuff. And you may notice that I don't have any particularly large boys on my little docket here. And there's a reason for that. We have other ways to deal with big boys. First of all, we have Boombat, disenchant 1 Thunder Spirit, and we can pop anything that we want. And we also have Verituka. As long as whoever it's hitting into is in attack position, we can swing right over it. It doesn't really care about attack stat at all. And of course, we've got Triple D. We've got Eddie. And he can do anything. There's nothing Eddie cannot do, actually. I was trying to think of something Eddie can't do and doesn't come to mind. So yeah, we've got a lot of guys here. We've also got our little heal stall thing here. We've got some possible Nexus shenanigans with Exaltair. We have Toxiswarm, a 1-of for some burn. And yeah, got our 1 resting, 1 earthquake. Gonna have to pry those from my cold dead hands. And I'm honestly just hoping for the best. I'm hoping to have a fun time, and I'm hoping that I don't get too old. If we're bringing out our dreams, if we're sharing with each other, my personal dream is that we win at least 1 game this Elestriad. That was my goal last Elestriad, and it went well for me. So that's what we're hoping here. Take 1 game and have a lot of fun while doing it. I think that's all I've got to say. So yeah, wish me luck, and okay.
Kay is going to be looking to blow Teklo out of the wind with this deck. Honestly, heal stall with the NEMISAIL Quackle is great. Eddie for switching positions, and like she said, the Verituka to swing over regardless of attack position. So this is going to be a very interesting deck for Kay to bring out, and let's see what Teklo is going to be responding with.
Hey everyone, I go by TheTekloFoundry on YouTube. I mainly do Flesh and Blood content, so I'm happy to be representing my card game coming over to Elestrals. I've been having an awesome time. I want to thank A-Drive for inviting me out here to play in the Elestriad. So today we're playing Frost. I was 3rd to last to pick, so I was really spoiled for choice on this one. And I'm playing against Wind today, and Wind is a scary one. I expect either some version of Wind Burn, Wind Nexus, maybe like a heal stall, and potentially an exciting one would be a Dragon style list. And I looked at all the Frost builds, and all the Frost builds are so spirit intensive. I was looking at Cryo Scorch Burn, more Frost. These are all very inefficient decks that are also a little clunky. And so I came up with something that might be just the answer. So we're playing Frost Zoo. We're playing the Winter Zoo out here. But we got 5, so we're gonna misenchant them with Frost Spirits. We don't care. These aren't dying to Cryoblast. Not that I would expect that to be played against me, but just in case. And so we got 5s. The zoo is all here. And so we're mainly gonna play efficient beaters, and we have some good utility cards as well, some backup cards in the sideboard. So our main game plan is gonna be playing efficient stat lines on the board. But then we also got some good cards, right? We got Lavalith. Now it can't be that good because we can only play 1 copy, right? Card kind of sucks. I'm joking. We got 2 copies of Narpoon. That's going to let us tutor for some of our utility cards in our Frost package. Now, it's a little slim in the main board, but in the sideboard we'll get a few different options. And then also in water, we're playing 3 eddies. Card is great, right? I can let us answer rabbit. Let's just play tempo on the board, which we're gonna expect to have to do. And then in frost, a little bit sad. We got 2 Catarans, right? This is gonna let us heal back a little bit. This is hedging a little bit for wind burn being what I'm expecting, right? So I'm trying to hedge as much as possible for game 1. And then what would a deck be without 3 copies of Astrabbit? In terms of our runes, you know, we got some invokes, we got our 1 copy of Resting, we got our Cryoblast, right? Like, best part of being in this element. 3 Ambro, of course. 1 Khione, gonna let us recycle this Cataran a bunch of times. Always spread these out. And then for counter runes, we're not gonna reinvent the wheel. We got 3 Gorgons, we got 3 PTAs, we got 3 Tsunami, and for win today, we have 3 copies of Dense Fog, gonna let us answer Verituka, gonna let us answer a Nexus on a Toxiswarm, and specifically hedging a little bit for dragons, right? Like, we can have an answer for things like Twindra going into Penterror. So this is the main board. We're playing efficient beaters. We're playing good removal. We're playing good back row. This is all, you know, it's what you've come to know and love. But hear me out on this one. I know this doesn't look like Frost, but we got something, you know. What is a zoo without some rhinos? So for rhinos, that's in our sideboard. I'm expecting my opponent to expecting I'm on rhinos, and we'll also cover the spirits real quick too while we're here. I expect my opponent to think that I'm on rhinos for game 1. I'm expecting very expensive answers like shield, boom bat, things like that. And so what a fun thing about this is we get to have a switchboard where our main game plan is actually really efficient beaters. And then in the sideboard, or depending on what the matchup is, right? If it's a taller win style list like dragons or something like that, then, you know, we get a lot of equity out of rhinos. And so we bring out the whole zoo. So we got our Rhinimps, we got our Rhinosex in the sideboard, and then depending right on what the matchup is, we can side in some other stuff. But if we're on rhinos, we need our Nectar of the Gods to help us draw into that combo. And if they're on a taller style list of wind, we're gonna go with Shield of Achilles in the sideboard. And then a little bit of utility if it ends up being a really grindy, like stall-based wind deck, or if like our main board just isn't enough to get there against something like Windburn or Wind Nexus, then we also have a little bit more utility. So we have an Narpoon, another Catarant, and then also a Frostmite to answer if we're having some problem clearing like defense statted Elestrals. So that's the overall deck for today. Hopefully it goes well for me, but we'll find out.
Very interesting strategy from Teklo. He's going to be bringing out 5s to begin with and then siding into the main Frost deck. This is going to be very interesting. He basically called out the game plan that Kay had with the Boom Bats. So we'll see who's going to be able to come out on top. Let's get into the Clash of Elestriad Season 3. And here we go. The first match of this best of 3 is underway. Teklo looks like he's going to be going first, bringing out the Nekruff in attack position. He talked about this in his deck profile, bringing out these heavy hitters to get the numbers and the stats down on the field. And it looks like, here we go, 2 Lycra is going to be coming down, and Nectar of the Gods. Kay going to be drawing up 2 cards here to add to her hand, looking to probably get some face down runes, potentially bringing out a counter to the Nekruff right away. The Water Spirit Leviathan's going to be coming down. Are we going to be seeing an Eddy to switch this to defense position? That's exactly what's going to happen. Nekruff going to be switched over to defense position. No runes for Teklo to respond. And then Eddy will be able to successfully swing over Nekruff, taking it off the field. We're going to have a face down card coming up from Kay, a second face down card coming down as well. And now the attack is going to be coming through, and Nekruff is going to be sent to the Underworld. Here we go. It's going to be passed over back to Teklo. Draw card comes in. Let's see if Teklo is going to be able to respond to this. He's going to be setting a face down card himself and reaching for the Spirit deck. Here comes the Leviathan. Is this going to be another Misenchanted? Is a Misenchanted Nekruff. Going to be potentially swinging over the Eddy here, but does Kay have a response to Nekruff? And she does with the PTA. That is going to bring Nekruff's attack down to 3, which means it cannot swing over the Eddy anymore because it is now 4-3. A beautiful response from Kay. She will expend the Spirit to take Nekruff to the Underworld. Both of Teklo's Nekruffs are thrown to the Underworld, and Kay is going to be bringing out a Zaptor. Are we going to be seeing the Rabbit? There it is, the rabbit coming out. Teklo does have a face down. Is there going to be a response to the rabbit effect? Does not look like so. Kay will be able to take the top 3 cards, add 1 to her hand, and then shuffle the rest to her deck. And then she is going to be setting a second card face down here. And are we going to have Eddie swing for 1? Eddie will swing for 1, and Teklo will take it. No response from Teklo so far. That 1 face down card is just sitting there. Could potentially just be a bait. And here we go. Resting on Your Laurels is going to be coming out. You can only cast it if your opponent has at least 2 more enchanting spirits than you do. And you can target and destroy the opponent's least enchanted Elestral, which was just either the rabbit or Eddie. Teklo opted to take down the rabbit, and now we'll be responding with a rabbit of his own. Do we have a response here to prevent rabbit effect? Kay is reaching for the spirit deck. What's it going to be? It's going to be a PTA, so the effect will still come through, but Kay will be able to expend at the end of the turn to take the rabbit off the field, leaving Teklo open for an attack. A set card is going to be coming through, and Kay will expend the spirit to take Ass Rabbit off the field, leaving it open for attack. Here we go. Kay's turn starts, drawing the card, and we're going to be seeing another card set for Kay. And reaching for the spirit deck. What's it going to be? Are we going to be seeing another card? Zaptor's going to be coming down. Are we seeing Astrabbit? Are we seeing Quackle? Are we seeing a Rune? It's going to be the Ambrosia. Kay will be able to heal net 2 here. Spend 1, get 3. And bring him back 3 Lycoris, it looks like. Let's see how Kay brings us out. The Zaptor's going to be going to the Elestral row. Let's see what's going to be coming down. Is it the Quackle? It is the Quackle. This is what Kay was talking about. She plays the Ambrosia to heal net 2. Now she's going to play the Quackle to heal net 2. So 4 spirits in a total coming back to Kay's spirit deck just this turn alone. A huge play from Kay to keep her ahead of the game. Teklo hasn't really been spending a lot of spirits. He's mostly been taking spirit damage, and now we're going to have 2 attacks coming through. Is it going to go through? It is going to be going through. No response from Teklo, bringing him down to 13 spirits. And the pass turn will be going over. Teklo drawing the card. Does have those 2 face down cards, but has yet to play them, which is very interesting. If I had to guess, it's either not a counter rune or it was a Tsunami, and because Eddie was the only thing on the field, then obviously Tsunami would not work. We saw Teklo did have 3, and the Lavalith is going to be coming down and is going to destroy a face down card. This could be huge for the Lavalith. It's going to be the shield. That is a huge takedown for Lavalith, because now Kay cannot send Lavalith back to the hand. We'll have to see what Kay's other face down cards. Teklo potentially, he's like, am I going to attack? I'm going to attack. Do you have a response to the attack? Lavalith probably going to be swinging over. Probably the Eddie if I had to guess. Maybe the Quackle. And we are going to have a response here. It's going to be 2. Kay's reaching for... Does she have a second shield? She has the second shield. She had 2 shields face down and going to be still sending Lavalith back to the hand, even though Teklo, it didn't matter what he picked. He sent a shield to the underworld, but Kay had a second one in response. 3, 4 Lycoris coming down. We're going to be seeing the Aeolus being dropped from Kay. The Divine Wind is going to be coming out to the field. Aeolus probably going to be disenchanting here to search for that 1-cost wind spirit and add it to the hand. There it is, the disenchant coming through. And what is Kay going to be bringing? She has a couple options. Veritaqua, NEMISAIL. NEMISAIL is going to be coming through potentially with the heal options, and now the NEMISAIL probably going to be coming out to the field here, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Does Teklo have a response, or will he allow Kay to heal back 2 spirits? This would essentially be a net 1 spirit gain for Kay, but I mean, you're going to be able to go through. You have an extra body on the field. Teklo has not been responding with runes at all, which could be he's doesn't have the proper runes to defend, and it looks like an attack's going to be coming through. And there's the Tsunami. That's a card that Teklo did have face down. We talked about that with Eddie being the only Elestral on Kay's side of the field for so long, potentially Tsunami becoming useless there. So now that Kay has 2 more Elestrals onto the field, Tsunami becomes a lot better use case here for Teklo, and we are very close in spirits, 10-9. The Astrabbit's going to be coming down. No responses from Kay, so Teklo will be able to take the top 3 cards, add 1 to his hand, and then shuffle the rest back into the deck. This could be a huge draw for Teklo, and he's going to be attacking with the rabbit over the NEMISAIL, just dwindling down Kay's Elestral numbers. But now Eddie could have a prime target. Zaptor's going to be coming down. Are we going to be seeing a second Quackle, or is it going to be Astrabbit? It's going to be the Rabbit. Does Teklo have a response? It's going to be the PTA coming out, which means Rabbit is going to go down to 0 attack. So this is actually a really good play for Teklo, even though the effect still gets off for Rabbit. But basically, because Teklo used the PTA onto the Rabbit, it now has 0 attack, which means it cannot successfully attack. So if Kay is able to swing over the Astrabbit with Eddie and then attack with Quackle, Teklo will only be taking 1 spirit worth of damage, and then could expend a spirit at the end of the turn to take that Rabbit out, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Eddie's going to swing over the Rabbit, and then Quackle will go for that 1 spirit, and then Astrabbit cannot attack, but Teklo will expend that additional spirit to send Astrabbit to the underworld. So great play from Teklo there to not take an additional damage, spirit of damage there. So really good play. Could have been down to 4, but it's still sitting at 5. So could have been a lot worse for him. Ambrosia is going to be coming down, and speaking of a lot worse, he's going to be bringing his spirit count back up, so he is not in as much of a deficit. Only 2 spirits down, and now 2 Vipyros coming back out. The Lavalith back in play, and we'll take that Aeolus out. Not allowing Kay to make that search anymore. Lavalith's going to be going for the attack, probably over the Eddie if I had to guess, because that's going to be the heavy hitter on Kay's side. Kay is looking like she wants to respond here, and she will be responding, and she's looking for a 3rd spirit. Does she have the 3rd shield? She has the 3rd shield. Teklo's face. Oh my gosh. Unbelievable. Oh, Lavalith has gone back to his hand twice this game. Oh my goodness. And we have a 2 spirit coming down. Is it going to be another Nectar of the Gods? That's exactly what it's going to be, bringing Kay's spirit count down to 4, but she's able to draw 2 more cards, which could potentially help her. She could have gotten a Quackle, a NEMISAIL, another Ambrosia to be able to heal her back up. She's sitting at 4 spirits left, and the Lycanroc is going to be coming down up front. Is it going to be that NEMISAIL? No, it's going to be the Vertuka coming out into play. This is going to be huge because Kay will be able to bring Teklo down to 2 spirits if she's able to get all 3 attacks off, and it looks like the attacks are going to be coming in, and Teklo will take at least 1, there's 2, does he ever, nope, he's going to take all 3 spirits of damage there, giving Kay a 3-2 lead. This game is coming down to the wire. Teklo going to be hoping, he's going to be praying to the gods here that he can get the card that he needs to win this game and turn it around. Here we go. What's it going to be? It's going to be a Catarant. So he's going to be able to heal back up 2 spirits. So a net 1 for the Catarant. Going to be bringing 2 Frost Spirits. Kay has no response to it, no back row. So it's going to be tied at 3-3. Let's see what else Teklo is going to have in play. Teklo could potentially get some damage off here, going over the Quackle. And that is exactly what's going to happen. Looking like it's going to swing over that Quackle. Quackle is going to be sent to the underworld. Kay still does have 2 Elestrals in play, so could potentially make some moves here. If she's able to get another one down, she could have Eddie swing over the Catarant and everything like that. And here we go. A Leviathan's going to be coming out, and it's going to be Ambrosia. So Kay is going to be healing back up. Just a little bit of a safety net there. And we'll see how the rest of this clash is going to play. Oh, the Earthquake coming down. No need to attack. The Earthquake comes down. Catarant is gone. And does Kay have a 3rd Elestral to come out to play and bring Teklo's spirit count to 0? The Zaptor's going to the Elestral row. And there it is. Teklo concedes. He's like, yep, that's it. GG, well played. So Kay bringing the heat, even though she's playing Wind Pantheon, she's bringing the heat in this first matchup. This is going to be a very interesting clash. She is up 1-0. Let's see if Teklo can respond here in game number 2. Game 2 coming out, and it's going to be Kay starting off. She's going to be expending to draw here for her turn. Didn't want to mulligan at the start. You can mulligan at the start if you so choose, but opted not to. Probably liked the hand, but just didn't have enough of what she wanted. Gonna set 2 here and pass turn over to Teklo. Teklo going to be setting 1 rune down himself. 2 runes down. Let's see if a spirit or Elestrals is going to be coming out. It's going to be the Lumaru, and we talked about this in his deck profile, going with the heavy hitters. Misenchanted, not going to be able to do anything. The PTA is going to come down here to potentially take down Lumaru. Will take 1 spirit of damage, so that brings K down to 17. PTA's effect is going to come out, and that is going to be a Lumaru being removed from the field. K drawing for her turn. And let's see what's going to happen here. Lycoris going to be going to the underworld. It's going to be an expend to draw here for K and a pass turn. So not looking good for K at the start. Necrof going to be coming down for Teklo here. And let's see if K is going to be responding. Necrof going to be attacking for 1. No response from K. Going to be sending a Lycoris to the underworld. And that is going to be likely the turn. Yep, turn for Teklo. Passing back over to K, 18 to 14. And the Boombat's going to be coming down, so Boombat will be able to be disenchanted unless Teklo has a response. It does not look like a response is in place, so Teklo will lose Necrof with the effect of Boombat, and the pass turn goes back over to Teklo. So very slow start in comparison to game 1 for K. Does have those 2 runes face down, and it looks like an expend to draw is going to be happening. Set cards, man, these 2 players not getting a lot of Elestrals here to start things off, and a Quackle's going to be coming down in defense position, going to be healing back unless Teklo has a response. Doesn't look like the response is going to be there, so 3 Zaptors going back into the spirit deck for K. That is a huge play because K was taking a lot of damage early on, able to recover there. And Eddie's going to be coming out, switching the Quackle to attack unless K has a response. Does not look like there's going to be a response, so Quackle goes into attack mode, and we'll see if Eddie is going to swing over. There's the attempt. Does K have a response, or will Quackle be sent to the underworld, and then it's going to be sent over. So Eddie doing Eddie things, switching positions like crazy, and making plays. Verituka going to be coming out here, will be able to swing over. Oh man, here we go. Verituka, is the attack going to be coming out? Does Teklo have a response? And it's going to be Tsunami, and that's going to be switching over to defense position, and that is a huge play from Teklo, switching that back over. So pass it back over. Astrabbit's going to be coming down. Does K have a response to the effect of Astrabbit, or is she going to let the Astrabbit go through? Thumbs up. It's going to be coming through, so Teklo will be able to take the top 3 cards, take 1, add it to his hand, and now Eddie will swing over, or Astrabbit's going to swing over the Verituka, and then we'll have Eddie swing over probably for 1 unless K has a response. And there's the Eddie attack, and it's going to be a spirit sent to the underworld, so 13 spirits left for K. 13-14, very close game despite the slow start from K here. She did have that huge Quackle recovery there to bring 3 Thunder Spirits back, and Arresting is going to be coming out here, and it's going to take the Eddie out of the equation. Oh my goodness, and Aeolus is going to be coming down as well for this. She'll probably disenchant 2 here to search for that 1 Wind Spirit Elestral. There it is. She only enchanted it with 3, which could potentially leave a Nexus opportunity open here. And it's going to be the NEMISAIL being taken there. And now that there's the Exaltair going to be coming through, so Exaltair will come out. Should be able to Nexus from the Aeolus here if she chooses. The PTA is going to be coming down, so Exaltair won't be long and will be sent for the Underworld. But we'll see if the Nexus is going to come through for K to be able to force him to expend it too. And that is what it's going to be. Yep. So Aeolus sent to the Underworld. Exaltair comes out, and the PTA effect is going to be going through, so taking Exaltair off the field. So very close matchup here. Teklo 10, K 8. Re-enchanting the rabbit to search. Does K have a response? No response. Lets it go ahead. Top 3 cards, adding 1, shuffling the other 2. There it is. Let's see what's going to happen. Teklo could potentially be attacking the Ambrosia. He's going to siphon off the rabbit, so not even utilizing the remaining 9 spirits in his deck. Going to bring the spirit count back up to 12, a huge boost for Teklo. And now switching the rabbit to defense, potentially, because Kay did have that NEMISAIL that she did bring to the hand with the Aeolus Search. So knowing that, yeah, I could get an extra spirit of damage here, but then I'll lose my rabbit. Opts to save the rabbit instead. Boombat's going to be coming down. Could potentially disenchant here. Yep, that's what it's going to be. The disenchant off the Boombat onto the rabbit. Rabbit gets taken away. And Kay, let's see, is she going to do anything else? Or is that going to be a pass turn? Pass turn going back over to Teklo. No Elestrals on the field for either player. Teklo with the 5 spirit lead. A rune is going to be set. And here we go. We have Narpoon coming out. You can search the deck for 1 spirit of Frost Elestral and add it to the hand. Beautiful play with that Narpoon. Great synergy there. We'll see if Narpoon's going to be attacking. Catarant's going to be brought to the hand, and Narpoon going for the attack. Is Kay going to take the damage? It looks like she is. No, she's going to be responding with the shield, sending the Narpoon back to the hand and not taking any damage whatsoever. Okay, going to be going. Ooh, the Liker is here. We're going to see the NEMISAIL coming down. Teklo does have 2 face down cards. Is there going to be a response, or will Kay be able to heal the 2 wind? She's going to be able to heal the 2 wind, bringing her spirit count back up to 6. 2 Likers being added back to the spirit deck. Let's see what else Kay is going to do. She already has the cast out. NEMISAIL is in attack position. She could be looking for the attack. She is going to attack. And that is going to be a 1 spirit damage, bringing Teklo's spirit count down to 10. Draws the card. And the Catarant's going to be coming down that he searched with for the Narpoon. No effect, no response from Kay, so Catarant will be able to bring those 2 Frost Spirits back, bring it the count back up to 11. So both players kind of healing back and forth here. And we have the Cryoblast going to be coming through. NEMISAIL only has 1 defense, so if it's brought to 0, it's going to be removed, leaving the board wide open for Catarant to go for the attack. We'll have to see if Kay is going to respond here. She is probably just going to take the 1 spirit of damage here, if I had to guess. Yep, there's the 1 spirit, and passing it back over. Kay needing something to come through here. Here we go. Here's 2 Lycaris. It's going to be a Nectar of the Gods. 3 spirits remaining for Kay. Draws 2 cards there. Data one of these cards. Help her come back. The Zapper's going to be coming down. Is it going to be a Quackle? It's going to be an Ambrosia, healing back up 3 spirits. And net 2. Lycaris is going to be coming out up front. Are we seeing... we're seeing NEMISAIL. No response coming through. No, the PTA is going to come down, but the effect still goes through. So she'll be able to heal 2 spirits back. And Teklo will be able to expend 1 at the end of the turn to take NEMISAIL out. Now, NEMISAIL still does have 1 attack, but it's not going to be enough to swing over that Catarant. So it looks like the expend will happen here. And NEMISAIL sent to the Underworld. 8-6. This game is getting closer and closer as it goes on. Kay with huge turn there with the Ambrosia, with the NEMISAIL. Teklo going for the attack with the Catarant. Is there going to be a response? No response there. I believe Teklo expended to draw there. So Teklo getting the attack through. Kay taking 1 more spirit of damage. And let's see, Lycra is going to be coming down. Is it going to be a Vertuka? It's going to be the Toxiswarm, so now Teklo must expend 1 unless he has a response with that rune. Going to bring it 6-4, closer and closer. Toxiswarm potentially looking to swing over. 4 spirits coming down. Zaptor. And the Ambrosia. Kay going to be healing back up. She only had 4 spirits left, going back up to 6. We are now neck and neck in terms of the spirit count. And Toxiswarm going to be able to swing over that Catarant. No response for Teklo. And, oh, we see the Eddie coming out. There's the Eddie. Going to be switching Toxiswarm to a defense position unless there's a response from Kay. Looks like it's going to happen. Eddie will now be able to swing over the Toxiswarm, taking it out. Kay looks like she's going to respond. She wants to try to keep this Toxiswarm alive just a bit longer. Let's see what's going to happen. It's going to be the Shield of Achilles, sending it back to the hand. And now the field is wide open. 5-4. This is just getting closer and closer. Zaptor going to be coming down. Is it going to be the Quackle? Is it going to be the Rabbit? It's going to be the Rabbit bringing it out. The suspense was real right there. 5-3 spirit count. Is there going to be a response from Teklo? No response. Top 3 cards. Getting a look. Add 1 to the hand. Shuffle the rest. Set card going down. Toxiswarm switching back to attack position, and a double attack's going to be coming through, and it looks like Teklo is going to be taking the 2 spirits of damage. 3, 2, 3. K does have Elestral advantage as well with the Rabbit and Toxiswarm in attack position. Are we going to see the Eddie come back out? Teklo sets a card. The Lavalith going to be coming down, and you can target and destroy a rune. Last game when Teklo had these, Kay had 2 shields face down. Teklo picks the shield off, but does Kay have the 3rd shield? And is this going to be a 1 spirit of damage? Lavalith going for the attack. Is it going to be the Rabbit? Is it going to be the Toxiswarm? I had a guess, probably the Toxiswarm. Yep, there's the Toxiswarm. You don't want that heavy hitter. Rather deal with 2 attack than 4 attack. And takes the 1 extra damage with the 2-to-1 spirit difference. A draws 3 cards in hand. What is she going to do? Are we going to a game 3? Are we going to a game 3? Let's see what's going to happen. 2 spirits. Expending to draw here. Let's see what's going to happen. It's going to be game K taking the concession, and we are going to be heading to game 3. That was neck and neck. Both players were struggling for Elestrals at the start, but Teklo was able to come through in the end. Here we go, game 3, and it is going to be Teklo going first. This has been an awesome clash so far. Make sure you guys leave a like if you're enjoying the Elestriad Season 3 so far. And Teklo is going to be starting off with the Rabbit. Rabbit going to be doing Rabbit things. Top 3 cards, add 1 to the hand, shuffle the rest to the deck. Now, the interesting thing about this potential game 3 is Teklo plays Nectar of the Gods. He's going to be drawing out, and he talked about this in his deck profile, getting Nectars to draw out to go for the Rhinymph strategy and the Rhinosec strategy. Now, Teklo played the first 2 games just going with the Misenchanted 5s. This 3rd game could catch K by surprise, as he will probably be bringing out the Rhinos, and it looks like Eddie is going to be coming out in attack position here, switching the Rabbit over to attack. And if you guys didn't know, we can get a full art Stellar Eddie by backing the Elestrals Clash Kickstarter using the link in the description below. Once we pass 500,000, that will be added to the promo pack. So if you guys want to get yourselves a full art Stellar Eddie, make sure you check out the Kickstarter link in the description. And a beautiful play from Teklo here, going with the Tsunami to switch his own Astrabbit to defense mode. That way Eddie cannot go over the Astrabbit and will stay on the field. What a play there from Teklo. And now the Rhinymph's going to be coming down. This is what we talked about, switching over with that side deck to get the Rhinymph. Kay is like, yep, she knows this. She knew this was coming, but I don't know if she was prepared for it in this game specifically. Does she have a response for the Rhinymph effect, or is it going to go down to that rune row? And that's exactly what's going to happen, which is going to be a Rhinosect special cast coming out here. There it is. And now the special cast, if he has it in hand, it looks like he does. Rhinosect going to be coming down. This is going to be huge. And now, will he pop the Rhinymph effect too, to take Eddie out and then go in for some damage here? Yep, that's what's gonna happen. Rhinymph going to the underworld now, and now the attack is gonna be coming in. Teklo does set 1 rune. Will he switch the Rabbit to attack position? Yep, he's gonna switch the Rabbit to attack position, going in. He's risking it for the biscuit here. And now we could be seeing a 3 damage attack onto K. It looks like the Spirit deck. And on Spirit deck, is this a response or is it taking damage? Is it going to be a shield or is it the 3 damage? It's the 3 damage. Okay. I was like, does she have the shield and going to send Rhinosect back to the hand? In the 3 games we've seen, basically Kay has had the shield every single time. When Teklo put down a Lavalith, shield was there to respond. So wouldn't have been surprised if that was a shield for Kay. Oh, 2 Earth coming down. The 2 Rattlers. Is it the Earthquake? It is the Earthquake, taking the Rhinosect off the field. A huge play from Kay. 14 to 12. Only has 1 rune if the response needed. Let's see what Kay is going to bring out. Is it Exaltair? Is it Verituka? It is NEMISAIL going to be coming through. And the Gorgon's Gaze going to be coming down. So no healing for Kay. And no attacking for Kay either. So Teklo gets a 2-for-1 there. Prevents the healing. And doesn't allow NEMISAIL to swing over the rabbit. So Leviathan going to be coming down. It's going to be the Narpoon coming out and will be searching the deck for 1 Spirit. Frost Elestral. Is there going to be a response here from Kay? Like, wait, hold on. It's going to be a PTA. Okay, so PTA onto the Narpoon, so the effect will still go through. And Teklo likely going to be bringing a Rhynymph from the deck to his hand. Yes, so the thumbs up comes through. Search is good. Let's see, Teklo, it's probably going to be the Rhynymph here. There it is, the Rhynymph going to be coming through. And Narpoon only has 2 attacks, so nothing will be able to swing over NEMISAIL here with that PTA in play. And now the Cryoblast is going to be coming down, and it's going to take the NEMISAIL out. He was like, I didn't even need to attack. So now 2 damage will still come through the Astrabbit and the Narpoon. And then Kay could expend 1. No, he's going to switch the Rabbit to defense. And he'll have the Narpoon attack because he knows he's likely going to lose it anyway if Kay decides to take it out. And that's exactly what she's going to do. She's going to expend the Spirit to take Narpoon off the field. But Astrabbit going to defense to try to keep it alive, potentially for a re-enchant in the future. Leviathan going to be coming out. Is it going to be the Eddy again? There's the Eddy switching the Rabbit to attack position. And now Eddy will be able to swing over the Rabbit and take it off the field. The pesky Rabbit is going to be going down. And the spirit count is really, really close. Teklo has been spending a lot of spirits here, getting that, especially in that early on start, going with the Rhynymph, going with the Rhinosect, trying to get things down quick and easy. Rhynymph going to be coming out into play here. Does Teklo have another Rhinosect in his hand? Going to be setting a card, and no, passing the turn over. Kay is going to draw. Let's see what she can do here. Set a rune face down. Going for the spirit deck. What's it going to be? A Lycra is going to be going out. Is it Verituka? I keep saying that. Does anybody else do that, or is it just me? NEMISAIL going to be coming out. Is there going to be a response, or is Kay going to be able to heal up 2 spirits? The 2 spirit heal is going to be coming through. 10 to 7 is the spirit count. Kay in a pretty decent spot so far. Looking pretty good. Has 2 Elestrals on the field as well. And it looks like it's going to be a pass turn over. Teklo going for the draw here. Has a big sigh right there. I don't know if that's a good sigh or a bad sigh. We'll have to find out. Catarant's going to be coming down. Is there going to be a response from Kay, or will Teklo be able to heal up to Frost? Kay was able to do it with NEMISAIL. 2 Lycra. It's going to be the Gorgon's Gaze onto the Catarant. So no healing coming through. An 8 to 6. And the pass turn is going to be coming over. And Kay, takes a sit back. What's that? What she got? Zaptor going to be coming out. Is it the Quackle? Is it the Rabbit? Crackle will heal. It's the Rabbit. Any response from Teklo? Doesn't look like it. Top 3. Add 1 to the hand. Send the rest to the deck to shuffle. This could help Kay quite a bit. And let's see. Yep, Eddy is going to take the attack. And Teklo will take it. So Eddy swinging over the Catarant. 7 to 6. Draws the card. Here we go. Teklo thinking about what he wants to do. He does have the Rhynymph in play if he gets a Rhinosect. Going to be setting a rune. And the Leviathan's going to be coming down. Is this another Narpoon? No, it's going to be the Eddy. And he's probably going to... Oh, he switches the Rabbit to attack position and then swings over the Rabbit. What a play. taking out the potential re-enchant for Kay to be able to draw some cards. 3 Lycra is going to be coming down. The Aeolus is going to be coming out to play. Kay will be able to disenchant 2 to search for a 1 Wind Spirit Elestral, and that's exactly what's going to happen here. The search is good. Let's see. And she is going to be bringing out another NEMISAIL. So going for the heals. The heal stall tech was like, okay. He understands what's happening here. 5/4 spirit count. Kay could just throw this NEMISAIL out and go for the heals. But what is she going to do? Looking at her hand. And with 4 spirits left, it's going to be, yep, the NEMISAIL going to be coming down. Does Teklo have a response to the... No, it's the Exaltair. The Exaltair is going to be coming down with the Aeolus, going to be able to Nexus over, forcing the Expend. Yep, so here's the Nexus. Any response to that, and Nexusing over to the NEMISAIL, which means 2 spirits going to be spent, and Kay is going to be able to heal 2 spirits because NEMISAIL did receive the Wind Spirit in that Nexus. A beautiful play there. The Wombo combo with the Aeolus, Nexusing over with the Exaltair to the NEMISAIL to be able to heal back up too. And now there's Eddie could crash into Eddie here. Yep, that's what's gonna happen. Eddie crashing into Eddie, so both go down, just taking it out. And oh, that is interesting. 3 spirits left for Teklo. Draws the card. Let's see, gonna set 1. And passes the turn over. Nothing in play yet. Kay draws the card. Thinking about what she has. She's reaching for the spirit dish. She's like, okay, I got this. Zaptor gonna be coming out. Is it gonna be the Quackle? Is it gonna be another rabbit? Quackle heal could be big here. Does she have both in her hand? And she's like, what do I want to do? It's going to be... Ooh, the Boom Bat. Okay. Boom Bat's going to be coming down. Is there going to be a response from Teklo? Doesn't look like it. The disenchant happens. The Rhynymph being sent to the underworld. And now there is 3 spirits on. Kay could re-enchant here. Oh, she's just going to... No, she can Nexus to force Teklo to expend and then go for the attack. So expending 2, and now, I mean, is it the Tsunami? But even if it's a Tsunami, I don't know if Teklo has anything to do. This could be game here. Kay could be taking the 2-1 victory. There it is. He reveals, and that is GG well played. Had the Zaptor remaining. What a fantastic clash from these two. Kay will be moving on to the next round. Hopefully your brackets are still safe. And again, if you have not checked out the Elestrals Clash Kickstarter, make sure you do so using the link in the description below. We are past 450,000, and again, these stretch goals are there, so make sure you check out all the information with that link in the description below. And hope you guys have been enjoying Elestriad Season 3 so far. Let us know down in the comment section below who you have winning the entire competition.